MarketChameleon.com. I'm Adam. That's Will. What's up, my man?
Hey, I never thought we'd get another show in. Good stuff.
People are like, is it over, dude? Is it over? Really? No goodbye show or anything? We're back for the day, dude. Back for the day. And then I'm out again on Monday.
Yeah. Nice. These are
the shortest this is the shortest work week ever. Work for a day and then take a couple more weeks off. But we're getting in a day right now.
You going back to Antarctica? Is that where you're going?
Back to the Bahamas, back to the hurricane rescue. It's not rescue phase. Rebuilding, a little bit of rebuilding. So heading back to Bahamas, helping out the people of the Bahamas. Love the Bahamas, dude. If you want a great place to go, dude, the Bahamas are amazing, guys. Go down there, spend your money. Don't send your money. Spend your money in the Bahamas. Everybody, remember, option trading, all trading is risky. You got to do your research. That is what the Chameleon is for. Will's going to bring up his screen if he knows how to do it. Do you remember how to do that, bro? You remember how to bring up your screen, my man?
17 days without bringing up the screen, and I just X'd you out.
People been saying as I'm on vacation, it felt like a vacation because I love the people of the Bahamas. But people were like, "What happened to the Chameleon? You guys changed stuff." People get confused, man. Are you going to walk us through some of these new features on the Chameleano?
Hell no. I'm not touching that bad boy. I was like an ostrich. I just put my head in the sand.
So tell it what's going on, man. What are you doing?
Well, are you just promoting the Bahamas to get,
Hey, man. Dude, I love the Bahamas, man. I got so many stories to tell from first of all, I love the people. I lived in the Caribbean myself for 5 years or whatever. I love the Caribbean and I love the people in the Caribbean. And the people in the Bahamas are a special kind of awesome. Love them, dude. Like me, jokes all day long. Literally all day long. Every store you walk into, it's nothing but jokes and heckles. I mean, if you like heckling, the Bahamas are for you, man. It's fantastic.
It's the heckle capital.
It's literally the heckle capital of the world, dude. It's literally the heckle capital of the world.
I mean, what are they teasing you about?
All right, dude. I get in there, right? I'm like, they're like, what are you here for? And I'm, you're walking through customs, right? Or whatever, and I'm like, I'm here for the hurricane relief, whatever. There's a German guy behind me, right? This German guy is like a press guy. And the guy says, "So what you here for?" And the guy goes, "I'm here to cover the hurricane. I am a reporter from Germany." And the guy goes, "Man, you're a week late." And the guy goes, but I'm sorry. I didn't know. They just sent me that. Dude, he didn't realize the guy was totally heckling him, man. It was great. I was sitting there laughing what off. It was amazing. That was the start of my trip in the Bahamas. Loved every second, bro.
And that was literally the day after the hurricane.
Well, it was like 2 days after, but yeah.
I mean, that's incredible.
Dude, that is the Bahamas in a nutshell. It is fantastic. Yes.
And that's why they will rebuild.
Oh, without a question. No doubt. Good people.
Excellent. Well, anyways, your second greatest heckler, Mark Zuckerberg, was full of answers to questions yesterday.
Oh, no.
You got to watch this.
What's it? Well, we can't hear any sound, dude.
Oh, well, anyways, the whole way down, the CNBC reporter's like, "Mr. Zuckerberg, what's going on with Congress? Mr. Zuckerberg, are you going to talk to the California legislator about their new bills?" Mr. Zuckerberg, she asks about 30 questions, and he just sits there with this face the whole way.
Eddie got goose egg. She got goose egg from him.
The whole way. It's like she's bombing him with questions. But anyways, afterwards, he goes right to the White House for a private one-on-one with the El Presidente.
Good for him, man.
So, today the president's going to send out a tweet saying how great, a meeting he had with the Zuck.
Hey,
but I also wanted to report while you were away, they have about 200 people in a private facility in the Valley. You know what they're working on?
Who? Facebook. Oh, dude, The glasses, dude. I told you, man. I've been telling you this forever, dude. The glasses, man.
Now, the question is, they've gotten into the dating world. So watch how they do, because it's going to have a chilling effect on Match, which is another publicly traded company.
You think so? Interesting. Well, they say, look, they know more about you than just about anybody, right? And so if they know more about you than just about anybody, they should be able to match you pretty well, in theory. That's the idea, right?
You would think and I don't know what it costs. I would imagine right now it's probably free as they grab customers. But I know it is interesting because, they have the best ad medium portal right in front of them, right? Their product.
Yeah.
But driving down into Philadelphia yesterday on a big billboard, there was a Facebook ad, Meet Your Future.
Really?
Yeah.
For a date, meet your future like wife or partner?
Yeah.
Just wow.
Yeah, your future.
Wow.
On Facebook. So anyways, I did a couple bullish.
Wow, so they're moving quickly. I mean, I remember seeing that article, but they're actually out there promoting this thing.
Yeah, which if they're they've got to be promoting it hard on Facebook.
Yep.
But anyways, lots of bullish opportunities the next 60 days with credit spreads. If you want to go to one of the great ones, just go to Best Buy Theoretical Edge with a 70% win rate. And there you go. We have buy the 185, sell the 190 puts.
Nice. Well, I tell you, man, I love their move into glasses. I think actually Zuck understands what I understand, which is basically you've got to bring the phone to the glasses, maybe some reduced functionality, but it's not about, Snap just has it wrong. Unfortunately, Snap just doesn't know what they're doing. They think it's about taking external pictures and stuff, and that's okay, but I think Zuckerberg actually understands the idea of it, which is I want to be able to interface with my phone without lifting the phone to my face, and he understands that. He gets it, and he's got a big company with a lot of money. Supposedly they're buying up companies in the space.
So you're saying Snap's not doing that?
Snap's doing it in the wrong way. If you look at what Snap's new glasses are, I tweeted about that like a month and a half ago, and their glasses basically take external pictures, and then you can post those on Snapchat. But I mean, which is okay, pictures and videos, that's okay. But first, they've made the interface super clunky. You actually have to download it to your phone first, and then you can upload it to Snap. It doesn't automatically do it. They just missed the boat again, unfortunately, Snap did. I think they have somewhat of the right idea, but they're so focused on their little app as it is now rather than what it's going to be or what it should be. And they missed the boat again, man.
You need to work full functionality of the phone.
Exactly.
There are people out there, believe this or not, who watch all their streaming on their phone. There are lots of people like that who sit in their beds, if you can imagine. Unfortunately, no one can see me.
But by what Will means is me.
if you put your phone right over your eye.
The first time I told Will that's the way I consume content, he literally, he almost fainted. He couldn't believe it. As he's sitting in front of the TV turning channels, he couldn't believe it.
And there's no couch surfing in your world.
There's no. I'm on the couch, dude. I'm just looking at my little screen. That's just the way it is, man.
You have good eyes. That surgery really worked well for you. That is for sure. But, and obviously you're the mass now. You're most people, because I see it with my kids.
Oh, 100%, dude.
And
the idea of going to a special room to sit in front of a special screen makes no sense. Those days are over, dude.
Really?
Unless you bring something really big to the. If it's a cinematic experience, it's a shared experience. The shared experience still has value. Where you're sitting in a room of people, that has value still.
Yeah. Well, it's hard for me to look at a bunch of ants playing football. I do find that hard, but whatever floats your boat, baby. Anyways, people are being trained for this. That's for sure.
Yep.
Kids are being trained by.
Dude,
YouTube
you don't understand. You forget, dude,
when
you hold your screen. When I hold this 7-inch screen 7 inches from my face, it becomes the biggest widescreen in the world, dude. It's bigger than an IMAX screen.
They say that's leading to health issues. Anyways.
So what are you seeing in Snap? Anything interesting in Snap as far as the Chameleon telling us?
I'm not seeing anything interesting.
Okay.
But based on your commentary, I would look at some bearish credit spreads.
You still got to like the number of kids that are on there, but I think they've misplayed themselves again with the phone, unfortunately.
There are plenty of opportunities.
What am I saying? The phone, the glasses, with the glasses, guys. Sorry, the glasses.
Snap's near a 52-week high. Listen, they keep growing their customer base.
Yep. Hey, that's all that matters at the end of the day, right? I'm just thinking those glasses. Who's going to pay $300? What kid's going to pay $300 for a set of glasses with a clunky interface? I just,
No, in order for any glass product to be successful, it's got to do what you're saying.
Yeah.
It's got to take full functionality of the phone and apply it to right over your eye. Like, I mean, listen, if it's over your eyes and you can watch content and it looks like you're in a movie theater, how cool is that?
Oh man.
While you're driving a Tesla and
Thing is, we might be a decade away from that. I mean, there is too early, and is Snap just, are they too early? Is Facebook too early? The beauty of Facebook is, they have enough funds they have a huge runway, and this is just a small percentage of the company.
You're right.
I don't know. You wonder if one of the big techs is actually going to be able to pull this off, or is it going to have to be a small company, that actually gets this thing right?
I have no idea. But if you want some of the new changes, you can close the sidebar now.
Oh, look at you guys. There we go. Oh, look at that, guys.
And there the functionality, stock info, tools.
So when
options,
you click on one, click on the tools
volatility.
button. Let's see what happens there when you click on it. Then it opens up.
It's going to expand.
There you go.
Now, I've left all mine open.
Wait, did you hand build that? Did you hand build with PHP that functionality, my man? Nice job, dude. You see that, guys? Who knew Will was coding over the weekend?
Tell Jake I did not have any. I mean, Jake has been very interested in these changes. So he's been giving us a lot of input, and we'll take input from anyone. But Jake's always a great resource. But if you click on these, you can close them up, because that was a big problem I had, because old school me, I wanted to see everything.
Right. You want to see them all. So you can open them all up. There you go.
And the reason we're doing this is there's a lot more coming that's going to be on these this sidebar.
Yeah, it can get overwhelming, right?
Yeah. So.
Have you told people about the phone, dude? What?
Yep, stuff's coming to the phone.
Stuff's coming to the phone, people. Are you kidding me?
We're
moving into the phone space? This is incredible, dude.
Unfortunately, the functionality as is at this point does not work so well.
We're going to get better on the phone, guys. That's the promise.
We are trying to make changes, and so there you go.
Nice.
But Google just blowing up the server farms announced today. More server farms. And I just mentioned YouTube. My number one channel in my house is still YouTube.
Yep.
Which is buried somewhere in the Google behemoth. But I looked at Google from the bullish side today, and an hour ago there were a bunch of spreads available. Still are. We'll go next 30 days. Lots of credit bullish spread you can do in Google. Best one if you're bullish Google. Where is that? Best by theoretical edge. So you'd buy the 1230 strike, sell the 1235, take in $1.60. That's 7.2% theoretical edge. Win rate is 71%.
Nice.
That's your max loss. Your return, if the stock just sits where it is 47%, which isn't too bad.
Still loving Google, but did you see the the EU has their I don't know what they call it, tech czar now or whatever, whose sole purpose is to break up these tech companies?
Yeah, no, that's troubling.
It's a little troubling, but if any of them need to be broken up, you got to look at Google, man.
I also don't like the commentary out of Zuckerberg in front of the congressional panel yesterday. He's like, we realize that the internet is no longer the wild, wild west.
Oh, bro, I'm just, man.
That to me was like,
Guys, again, that to anybody who knows anything about business is that's that dude protecting his space, man. It needs to be nothing but the wild, wild west. If you want Facebook to end, you have to allow competition, man. You have to.
This is why I'm bringing up all the. Well, there's news in all the big ones today. It turns out, but this is why I'm looking at all the big ones. Is that commentary out of the Zuck really, scared me a little bit. If they listen to him, he's trying to dig his moat deeper for sure.
For sure. I mean, I do like the talk about what they're talking about with like Apple, and Android and how they are. The breakdown that I saw this week was with Spotify. And if you guys hadn't heard, with Spotify, I mean, if you search music on Apple, on the App Store, it's like Spotify comes up number like 15 or some crazy thing. and you're like, wow, that's what they're doing. That is unfair. And, so that needs to be looked at 1,000%. What are you looking at? Oh, electric truck. Well, so what?
I don't know if you know.
That's it.
This is another.
Does it have does it have one of those Ford robots in the back that lifts out the box?
This is another tech company that you should be aware of, Amazon.
Yeah.
But anyways, Bezos himself actually it's through Amazon, is buying 1,000 of these. And what the great part is, he's buying them from this company, Rivian.
Uh-huh.
And they are the largest shareholder of Rivian.
Oh, okay.
But another investor is Ford. Ford is an investor, so you may see the Ford robot.
We're gonna see that little robot pop out the back.
Yeah.
Well, dude, dude, laugh, but don't laugh, because was the whole thing. That thing sits in the back of the truck, right? The last, what I'm calling the last 30 feet, is critical, dude. You can't just drop the box out the back of the truck. The box has to go to the, underneath the eave or wherever, somewhere. It can't just be thrown on the grass, right? It's got to be put somewhere.
It does.
Or right? So the last 30 feet, who's going to win that space? And maybe it's Ford. I mean, I can't believe I'm saying that, but maybe it is. Maybe it is.
Anything's possible. But I'm looking at Amazon to really figure out that last 30 feet.
Yep.
And the start is with these 1,000 electric vehicles to help the climate.
Yep.
This is his climate pledge, as he's improving his business. He's probably going to actually sell these. They've been setting up. This is my theory.
Yep.
He's going to give these guys low interest loans. They've set up private contracting companies.
Yep.
Under the disguise of you're building a business for, as partners with Amazon.
Right.
And he's going to sell them these trucks at,
Interest. See, now
low interest rates.
Now you're thinking like a Bezos, man. Smart.
Super smart. Best way, in my opinion, to get long Amazon is with a credit or debit spread. I mean, unless you want to go buy a, $1,000+ stock, $1,800 stock.
Hey, Dallas is saying they better get those robot dogs to protect those delivery robots.
What we need is
love you, Dallas. Thanks for joining us again, man. Unannounced, Dallas still comes in. He must have received the alert over there on YouTube. Thanks for joining us, Dallas. Nice.
Dallas may have missed us over the last 17 days, not in the house. But anyways, lots of opportunities in Amazon. Best one from theoretical edge and win rate is buying the 1812 spot fives, selling the 1817 spot fives.
There you go.
That's what you'll take in. That's your max loss. That's your return if the stock just sits where it is. So
I just can't wait for those delivery robots, man, and the hilarious videos that are going to come out from that, man. It's going to be amazing.
You think that will be good?
Kids throwing water balloons at the robot. People, if the thing can't step over stuff, people tripping the robot. It's going to be hilarious.
Egging a robot. That is fun.
You remember back in the day, man. Dude, would we have egged robots? Yeah. Dude, when it's wintertime, hucking snowballs at the robot. Yeah. I mean, come on, man. This is standard operating procedure, bro.
You shouldn't have brought that up, because that one day I'll have to relive that story where you got absolutely taken care of by a pegged pedestrian.
Remember, hit a car. So you're going to tell the story, or you're not going to tell the story?
No, I'll tell it. We were out, you and I, after school one day, throwing snowballs at cars, and we got exactly.
Now, give an age, dude. How old was I? Was like 7. You're like 10. How old were we?
Yeah, I may have been 9. You may have been 6. But 7, 10, same thing. And we got the response we wanted. Right, the car stops. So we're in an area next to our development with it's all high growth weeds, basically. Right. So we take off through we called it Mudville. We take off through it, and it views the development, and we see the car slowly pull down. So we get you crawl under someone's deck.
Under the deck, man, yeah.
And I get up on a shed, and I see the guy get out of his car and walk, and
of course we're in the snow, dude. He can totally see the footprints.
Fresh snow. He spots your tracks.
Dumbass 6-year-old McBride with no sense.
Follows him around. looks under the deck because I'm up above on the shed. He pulls you out by your feet, lifts you up by your hair, and just wails you full adult swing into your gut. And you go down
like a sack of potatoes, man.
Completely knocked out of you. He's like, you ever do that again, I'll kill you. And then he walks back to his car and leaves. We didn't throw snowballs.
Dude, you got to learn to take a punch, man.
We didn't throw any more snowballs that day. Next snowstorm, we were back out there, though.
Can you imagine, dude? Can you imagine if somebody today hit a 6-year-old child? Good Lord. The guy would be in jail, dude. The guy would be under the jail. He would never get out of jail.
Oh, my God.
But let's put it this way. I deserved it, man. I deserved it.
You absolutely
did. But it did not stop
me
me from hucking snowballs at cars.
Yep. I wonder if he's a listener.
Oh, he could be, man. Yeah, you never know, dude. That was me. All right.
So that 11 goes on sale today. I don't know if this interests you at all.
People making fun of the camera. You know, a good camera is a good camera is a good camera. It's worth the phone. But, you know, I've seen it. I've heard that it's basically 3% better. It's not really worth upgrading. You know, like me, we'll upgrade. We kind of cycle through. I upgrade mine, then my wife gets the upgrade. So she'll probably get the upgrade. But I tell you, the big jump to the XS, which is my current phone from the last one, was worth it for the camera. So that camera is worth. You will get far better, far superior pictures. That's 100%.
Yeah, you did take some great pictures.
Yeah,
this
it's
summer
amazing.
When you were visiting.
The way it blurs the background, it's fantastic. Yeah, they've done an amazing job.
So should I get rid of my 5?
Yeah. It's time, dude. It's time.
Yeah, it's time to upgrade.
It's time. Yeah, you got to get rid of the button. The swipe feature, the functionality they've done with the swipe, it's impressive. I didn't think I'd like it because I like to be able to like open my phone by like having it on the desk and I liked being able to put my finger on it. But it does work. The face recognition kind of at angles and stuff. It's far superior to the swipe functionality.
Well, if you want to get bearish or bullish Apple, I was bullish.
Yeah, I like
the stock is near a high, so you want to be careful.
Yep.
You actually want to be careful of everything right now because the market is back up near an all-time high. I mean, I did don't want to rush the show, but I did look at SPY because you know, God knows this weekend what's going to happen in the Middle East. But, you know, they start lobbing bombs and, you know, war is declared because Iran says if there's any retaliation, it's full-blown war. You know, I can't imagine that's a good thing, at least in the short term. So just be aware of SPY. It's, you know, a few points off its 52-week high, which is its all-time high.
Yep.
You can do a quick spread for some well, let me get rid of this.
Just protect your downsides a little bit, guys. Dallas is saying people are really going to upgrade from the 7s and 8s. You know, some people are going to know that cycle, and I have no doubt. I mean, that 7, I'm sorry, the 7 was a piece of junk for whatever reason. It was, and, you know, I think you're going to get a lot of people upgrading from there. Remember, it jumped from the 8 to the X or whatever, the XS, whatever they call that thing. So, yeah, it might be time for the upgrade, the cycle upgrade. So
not as many opportunities as I thought with the credit spreads. I don't know. Maybe a lot of people are taking some of their
risk off the table.
Risk off the table.
There you go.
Best one
probably
showing
a good
up
idea.
Is 29.5 buying the 302s in the credit call spread.
Nice, man.
So, 125% return.
Good stuff, dude. Hey, guys, let me know on Twitter if Will's been doing a good job on Twitter. Will, what do you think, dude?
What's that about? Really? That's like Oracle. I mean, what you just did to me, Larry Ellison did to
you promised that when I went on this deployment, you were going to bring the heat, man. You were going to do live shows. You were going to do it. Did you do it, dude? Do you feel like you felt if you were reporting to the boss right now and the boss was like, "Will, how would you rate your performance?" What would you say?
I would rate it was standard.
You're fired. We demand excellence, not standard, dude. Standard?
Ed, bless Ed's heart. He did try to help me out because I tried one YouTube live.
Push the live button, Will. It's a big button.
No, it's live. The live was fine. It was the screen share. So Ed actually did the research. Unfortunately, it was the previous
previous version.
YouTube functionality, which they've got away from their Google.
They took away the Google Hangouts, so you could not.
Yeah.
You couldn't get it done.
You couldn't go live, but if everyone wants it, and I will go live on Facebook. It's just a performance with the Facebook doing it just hasn't seemed worthwhile. So, I mean, I think I've sent out enough tweets. If you want more tweets, let me know. I will tweet more.
I want more tweets. 100 tweets a day, dude.
Jake just gave me a thumbs down. No more tweets, Will.
What do you got in Oracle? Last one, man. Bring it.
Well, no, I was just saying you did to me what Larry Ellison did to WeWorks and Uber.
Yep.
Threw him under the bus. Yep. Also, the CEO of Blackstone was just like, these two companies are just garbage.
Yeah.
They are worthless entities, is basically what he said about
Well,
WeWorks.
thank God that WeWork, enough people were talking about it that thing got shoved and put in a box and taken away because people were going to lose money on that piece of junk. And
well, people have lost money. It's just
but hey, man, that's supposedly the smart money, right? Those are the guys who are supposed to be professionals, right?
It's good or bad. I'm not sure, but the way the whole private equity space has been structured during the internet boom, small entities could be brought out by small broker dealers. So you had thousands of companies that went public.
Yep.
Now during this cycle, you only have a few because all the money that the only money you could raise was private money.
Yep.
And the only people who would invest were the wealthy or some funds, but it was a very limited investment. So you didn't have nearly the growth in
unicorns. The unicorns.
Well, now they're unicorns, but when it was diapers.com, were they unicorns? No, they were just people were taking shots, and there were people cold calling everyone and being like, "You want to get into diapers.com?" And sure, buy me 100 shares. That's how they were able to grow these entities. I don't know what's better or worse. I know the last internet boom, there were way more opportunities for people to get engaged.
Yep.
Now it's been very limited. It's been the super ultra wealthy, and they're the ones who've been, if you look at WeWork, been possibly taken advantage of.
Yep. Interesting, dude. That's an interesting take, dude. Nice.
Well, I don't think it's the better way. That's my opinion. The internet boom was way, way more interested.
Well, Dallas is saying about Scott Galloway's Twitter account, and I 100% agree, man. I actually said to Scott, I said, dude, I think you single-handedly shut down that WeWork IPO. His video just rocked it 100% about, hey, man, just because you say tech 100 times in your prospectus doesn't mean you're a tech company.
I think it was like 100,000 times.
No, he exposed. I mean, he brought it to the masses, the understanding that this dude pocketed $6 million from some scammy thing of the Wii, and his family's investment fund owned the buildings, which they were leasing back, and all these kind of scammy things that popped it on people's radar. Like, Jesus, who is this guy, and why is this happening like this?
Yeah, I mean, and they were trying to not only that, but they were literally trying to structure the shares in these class systems, which, by the way, Peloton's doing now too.
Yeah.
I mean, listen, Google, when they did...
Hey, dude, they all do it. I mean, look, Zuckerberg controls that company, right? I mean, that's what they do.
Times they may be a-changing,
Yeah.
The public, I mean, now you got to sell them to the public, right?
Yep.
They've got to now convince the public that it's worth paying more than we paid to get in. And right now, the public isn't buying.
Not buying.
So...
Well, dude, that's the information age, man. Thank gosh for that, right?
Thank God for that.
All right, bring your face up, bro.
No face.
Dude, you did it today, man. You brought it. You actually remembered how to share the screen and everything, man.
Barely.
All right, everybody. Have a great day trading. I don't know. I'll be back in a couple weeks. Will's going to have to keep you entertained on Twitter, but it was good to get one show in before I head back.
It was, and thanks for your service, my
Hey,
brother.
remember, everybody, don't send your money to the Bahamas. You go to the Bahamas and spend your money. It's beautiful.
You really? Family trip to the Bahamas?
Dude, it's open for business. Look, man, it was basically one island got really hit, but Nassau, where you go, where Atlantis is, dude, you can go down there, man. Enjoy it. It's awesome.
Really? Did you know we could do this?
Oh, Oh,
That's
we'll
just for
take
everyone.
snapshots. All right, guys. Have a great day trading, and we'll see you soon. Follow us on Twitter.
Stay safe,
Later.
chameleons. Bye.
2, 3, 4. Market chameleon. The McBride Bro Show. How to make some dough. Hey! Market chameleon. Use our amazing screens to make gold and green. Oh! Market chameleon.